In this final lesson, we're going to have a short look at how all of what we've discussed, all of what we've really learnt about, how we can apply it to modern day, okay? And how has Stoicism really, how has it survived this long? And what is the kind of the revival in the modern day Stoicism, and how are people using Stoicism in the modern day? So we're going to take a little introduction again, and we're going to look at some contemporary Stoic scholars, so the more scholarly route for Stoicism, and then we're going to look at where Stoicism fits in the modern world. And then we're going to finish and conclude on the whole course. So as an introduction, like almost all the other kinds of classic and ancient thought, Stoicism has seen a revival in recent years. So specifically, the study of virtue ethics has seen quite a strong modern revival in philosophy. So some see virtue theory as one that can be a legitimate alternative to the modern deontological theories and consequentialist theories. So a deontological ethical theory is one that focuses on duty being at the centre of one's theory, and a consequentialist theory is one that basically says that something is good or bad depending on the consequences that it causes. And utilitarianism is the idea that the greatest good for the greatest number. So something is good if it can provide the most happiness or provide the most good for the most amount of people. And people are suggesting that virtue theory slides in and fits right in within these two main theories in ethics. And with the emergence of virtue theory we see new scholarly debate around Stoicism. So we've seen an emergence of Stoic works. So ever since really the Cambridge Companion to the Stoics was released in 2003, which really outlines and documents all of the Stoic philosophy that we've looked at here, but in a lot more detail. We've seen a lot of Stoic essays and stuff. So people have made contributions to Stoic essays by looking at Stoic understanding of emotion, the Stoic sagehood, as well as studies on individual thinkers such as biographies of Seneca and Marcus Aurelius. Stoicism is a relatively popular kind of philosophy in the modern world. So really that finally leads us to our conclusion, which is, where does Stoicism fit in the world today? Well, it's a very popular theory of life that some people have adopted in the kind of self-help circles, okay? So things like the Stoic practice of emotion and discipline, as well as the four cardinal virtues, it still should say virtues, have proven very popular in the world of self-help and productivity. The idea of a lot more... So despite the fact that Stoicism is, of course, a lot more complex than this modern interpretation, because some people suggest that Stoicism is just simply a view about emotion or a view about ethics, when in reality there's a lot of logic and the physics and a lot of history that's developed with Stoicism, something that we've looked at in this course. But the fact that Stoicism still has a lot of relevance in today's society is very interesting, and that Stoicism, like I'm going to say, I'm going to do a course on how Stoicism, how we can use Stoicism in today's world to really deal with emotions and ethics and morality. Okay, we've taken an introduction to what Stoic philosophy is, but how can we apply Stoic philosophy and become Stoics ourselves? So in conclusion, across this whole course, there are a lot more things we can talk about with regard to Stoicism, but as an introductory course, we've covered the main areas of Stoic philosophy and thought. Okay, we've covered a lot of the history of Stoicism from the Greeks to the Romans. We then examined the Stoic concepts of logic, physics, and ethics, and then we had a look at the impact of Stoicism in today's society. When it comes to reading, I'm going to link a lot of different pieces of reading and documents on the project tasks. There's a number of documents that will be referenced, that should be referenced for this course specifically. So the things that I've used to formulate these presentations. So a number of free sources of information on Stoicism have proven useful to me. So the Stanford and Internet Encyclopedia of Philosophy articles on Stoicism, which I will link in the further reading and the references section. There are also other sources, including Sharp's Stoic virtue ethics in the Handbook of Virtue Ethics from 2014, and there is also Inwood's Cambridge Companion to the Stoics, something that I mentioned earlier on, from 2003 in the Cambridge University Press. These are things I'm also linking, well, not necessarily linking, referencing down below in the projects and the further readings section. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Okay, please share and review and have a go at the project tasks down below. If there's anything you want me to add on the project tasks, just let me know, and I'll do whatever. You can do literally what you want for a project task, seeing as the best way to learn is to learn however you want to learn, rather than forcing you to do anything. Okay, follow me for more interesting philosophical and academic courses. There's a course on personhood and personal identity, and there's also a course on the philosophy of artificial intelligence. And next week there'll be a course on formal logic as well, which is going to be quite an interesting one. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you for the next course.